welcome back to the channel. We are doing a delivery of 616 miles, so it's a little long. But Tobii eye tracking system is working again. I updated the computer. That must have been what the issue was. At least I'm hoping. It seems to be running pretty damn good, so we're going to take it and run with it while we can. Until she decides to give us a headache again. But anyway, we got a load of furniture going to Salt Lake. I don't know. I had some choices. Like the deliveries were kind of wonky in regards to what to pick up and deliver, and the distances and all of that. It's like you got a choice between 300 miles, 1,400 miles, and I wanted something kind of in between. I didn't want to go too crazy, but I wanted something with some length to it. So we went with this. So I hope you enjoy the little run here. We're going to try to
then turn right.
Make it some daylight, so we'll find a place to rest up, which there is one in the periphery, but we are going to drive a little bit at night until we find something.
Turn right.
Yeah, that's tough. That roundabout's a tough one. Barely made that turn without hitting that sign.
And then turn right. Turn right.
I'm going to jump in and change something real quick, because he is, I don't know, in my opinion, a little louder than I care. We need audio. We want enable voice CB. We don't even have a CB in this. Oh yeah, here it is. My apologies. I like him. I want to hear him, but I don't want him to come in so loud. Yeah, this is the load. Furniture, Colorado Springs to Salt Lake City. So let's get her done. I've got a truck coming, so we got to wait on that sumbitch. Christ, if I don't know he's going to take this long, I would have pulled out and been on the road. But all right, we're good to go. As I was saying, we will find a rest area. We're going to rest our character up so we can get into daylight, so we can appreciate some of this fine scenery we're missing out on because of the timing of everything. I'm planning on jumping in and doing another Euro truck at some point today, so we'll have that in the queue eventually for people to watch. I'm a big fan of both of these, but my favorite obviously is American. We've done so many of the American truck, over 111 or 112 or something we're at now. Earlier episodes are almost borderline unwatchable, but they're there for your entertainment, regardless of how foolish I was, not knowing anything about the game. But I figured, what the hell, just throw it out there. Put it in there for everyone to enjoy, even though it's horrible. I didn't know any of the controls, but I wanted to learn this game while playing it on YouTube. Of course, not everything is there. There was some stuff I didn't record because I was trying to learn enough of it that it wouldn't be a total shit show. But we're doing all right. We got things apparently in the right track here. I don't think I mentioned it, but I have changed my webcam thing, how it looks. I just, for the life of me, I like my logo, don't get me wrong, but having it pixelated in and out all the time, it just was kind of hokey. So I figured I would just go with the look that we have now. You just see my little blob in the upper left or wherever I decide to throw him. Wow, that was a little dangerous, but we made it. Well, now that I got this Toby back working, I guess we can probably get rid of that mirror, but we're going to do it when we're stopped. I don't like to do this stuff when I'm on the fly all the time. It's kind of dangerous.
Keep left.
I said a little place we have not been to, whatever that is. See, there's so much of this map we still haven't explored yet. And, you know, maybe we'll do a... Well, that's the thing. It's kind of hokey for me to just do a ride around and not have any purpose to it. I mean, bobtailing is all right, but at the end of the day, you know, if you're watching a trucking video, you're expecting to see hauling a trailer with product in it, and it's going from point A to point B. That's the whole idea of it. So that being said, me bobtailing around would just, I don't know. There's a lot of guys out there that gals too, I guess, that do the modded stuff on ATS, which is fine. It's their prerogative to do that. I'm not into that, but they have videos of them just driving around in a modded truck or Tesla or whatever they decide to mod and throw in there, and they just drive around in that. I'm, you know, to each his own. I'm not trying to crap on whatever people are doing. I'm not that type. But if I'm getting an American Truck Simulator and I'm getting in there, I'm getting in there to do deliveries because that's the name of the game. It's American Truck Simulation or Simulator. So you're in there, you're doing deliveries. It's okay to get in a truck and bobtail it once in a while because you want to explore different places. That's one thing. But primarily, the main focus for me is trucking. If I'm going to do any exploration, I'd like it to be off record, but I would hate to discover crap and not have it listed. So I do, if I do decide to do some of that, I might do recordings of it just to have it documented that we discovered this, or this viewpoint was discovered, which we have not found one of those in a long time. But anyhow, we're trucking right along. We got quite a hell of a run here to make. It's in the middle of the night. Another 20 minutes or so, it'll be daylight anyway probably, but I prefer it to be mostly daylight all of the time. Yeah. But a lot of these runs, especially in this neck of the woods, there's not many rest areas that are just on the highway. You got to get off the beaten path to get to those.
Keep right, and then exit right. Exit right.
Oh, there's a double lane.
Keep left.
Yeah, I almost went the wrong place. Should have been ridiculous, but par for the course for me. Yeah, we go extra cautious on these loops now. I've learned my lesson many times over, especially in Euro, and even in this. This I have not rolled it on a loop, but I have with Euro. Just driving like a crackhead and rolled it. I wasn't even going. Actually, I wasn't even going that fast, but if my memory serves, I think we were going about 40-something kilometers. So we weren't going extreme. It was just rainy, and I think that's what affected it mostly. we didn't even look. Christ, at this time of the night, I was thinking there wouldn't be anybody there anyway. But we didn't hit them. I'm surprised. Usually they freaking hit us every time. There was somebody behind us, but not that close, so snuck over. Oh boy, there's a rest area coming up here. I don't want most of this beginning to be dark as what, you know. I've had too many of my episodes be mostly night driving, and I think night driving is okay, but the whole point of this is to have scenery to look at, and if we're not having any viewpoints to see, it's just you and the road, and it's just not good content in my opinion. But some people like it, some people don't, and I'm of the ones that don't like it. The only time I thought it was beneficial is when I was doing the Christmas runs, and the trailer was all lit up, you know, and all that Christmassy vibe going on. But after that, I could care less for it. Well, I'm really going slow. Geez, 31 miles an hour on a highway? That's just awful. What the heck is wrong with me? Gotta at least go 50, 55. I mean, you're asking to get an accident at that rate. I mean, not that anybody's going to do any damage to you. If another truck hits you, obviously. Yeah, I would like to do one of these long runs, but it takes so many. It would take many parts to do one. Someday when the channel really gets up there and we have a following that enjoys this content, I would certainly entertain the idea of doing a live stream of a couple, 3 hours of me doing a long run from I don't know, from maybe Colorado to Washington State, something of that nature. Keep going the way we're going, we're going to be daylight anyway if we don't find a place to rest. I've got that viewpoint up there we did a while back. I don't remember when, but it was quite a while ago. Yeah, see, this would have been a good place to put a rest area too, in addition to the viewpoint. At least I'm not calling them a waypoint anymore. Yeah, we were going a bit too fast. Trucks are only permitted to go 35, and I was trying to go 50. But I didn't know. I could put the cruise on and we'll cruise up there at 35, but I don't know. I think 35 is too slow, to be honest. Believe me, I don't recommend driving this close to people. No. Just reading a crawler over there while driving, which is not recommended. Looked like one of our drivers couldn't find a delivery, had to drive back empty, unloaded. Gotta love that. Seems to me there would have been a truck ramp on this other end, not that end. Yeah, we're going to have to do some maintenance on our truck too. I think our tires need to be replaced or something. It is showing red. Kind of looks like we're going to drive at least another 10 minutes or so in the dark if we don't find a place to rest, and then it'll be sun up, so it is what it is. I guess we can go faster now. Yeah, we're at 3 o'clock a.m., so if we don't find anything to rest up and get the time moved to daylight, we're just going to run the next 5 minutes or 10 minutes or whatever it is in the dark. It's unfortunate we're missing all this. What I should have done is I should have drove around, found a rest spot, and got us to daylight. But I try to make this legit as I possibly can, because he ended up delivering late at night in the last episode. So I figured we'd pick up another load and run it at the same time. But reality would dictate that he would rest up in between this load. Really, you think about it. So next time we're going to try to be a little more legit with it and then rest the guy up. So the next time he hops in this cab, he's well rested and you know, the time has changed, obviously. Tunnel. Wish this Toby was a little more stable. The only issue I've got with it is, for one, a lot of times I can't get it to work. The other part is when I'm just sitting still, my head is completely still. And yet this thing is bouncing around like a nut job. I just don't quite understand it. another YouTuber that runs this. He had the recommended settings for it, which I followed to the T. And it does this bouncing around stuff. Now it could be the lighting in here is affecting it. I wasn't prepared for the Tobii to actually work, so I had the lighting a little differently than I normally have. So I might try to fix that. But we're almost 4 a.m. So there really isn't any point in trying to rest him now, since we're going to have sun up very soon. Yeah, we're a bit all over the place. I don't quite understand why, but it is what it is. Yeah, the other thing I wanted to bring up, a lot of the ATS, ETS2 guys and gals, not a lot, but there's enough amount there that like to run this in like third person above view, because you get to see the whole truck. But I think if you're watching the video, you're with me, you're in the cab of the truck, and you're seeing what I see. You would not ever get that view in reality, unless you had a drone following your rig. Now, I'm not dissing any of those folks that have that type of a view. That's just the way they want to run it. That's on them. I mean, they're obviously thinking differently and putting different content out there, and kudos to them. But me, I'm kind of like, I'm driving this rig, you're in here with me, so you get to see the view of the the cab. Yeah, we're almost daylight now, so we're getting there. Yeah, we'll have to fuel up after this whole thing's delivered. I think we have more than enough to get there. We were pretty close to being topped off when we started this, so we're good. Yeah, normally I'd be pushing it at 60, 65, but at night I don't like driving at night, so I kind of be slow. And that's in real life too. I don't see well at night, so for me to hop in a vehicle and drive like a crazy person at night is just it's asking for be headed for the morgue or something. So yeah, you hit middle age and things start falling apart. That's when your warranty's expired, and there's nobody calling you to let you know your warranty's expired. You just slowly figure that out over time. Your eyesight starts to go. Of course, you eat a little bit or you drink a little bit, and then your freaking waistline gets bigger and bigger. Pretty soon you're widening the doors on your house so you can get in and out. Those kind of things. Just everyday life. But anyhow, we got some daylight coming up. It's starting to brighten up here, so I could, hear myself, with that song, It's a Beautiful Morning. The birds are singing, all that happy horse shit, it's a typical day. But anyway, we're having a good time here running this truck, and Tobii seems to be working pretty good for once. The eye tracking, head tracking thing is doing its job. It's a little wobbly sometimes, and it kind of drives me a little bit, gets on my nerves just a slight bit, but we'll figure out what that's all about. It might be the lighting in here. But anyway, we're finally got daylight. We got 300 miles of daylight, which is good. Since we had the other half was fucking A. The other half was darkness, complete darkness. So now we're starting to shed some light on the subject. But this is a pretty decent run. I mean, I wasn't sure of the length of this one because it's over 600 miles, but if it's highway like this, I mean, you can't beat that. Especially if, you know, you get daylight, you can start hoofing it, you know. And yeah, I wanted to add something to the third person over the top view of the truck. It doesn't steer as well in that view. In fact, you could lose your crap very easily if you're not really paying attention. The way it steers is not the same. In the cab of the truck, it's true. It steers the way you want it to steer. Outside of it, it doesn't steer the same. So when I see these guys doing that, I'm like, I don't know how you can control your rig doing that. I just don't know, but it is what it is. We'll move on. Shoot the breeze about something else. Yeah, but if these videos start getting more views and we start getting a following that likes just the American truck, like they really get passionate about that, I'd be more than happy to do a live stream with them. But we got to have enough people that are interested in that, because there's no point in me doing a live stream. And early on in anybody's YouTube startup, you're going to be live streaming a lot of times to no one, which is fine. I get that. But if I'm going to do a live stream of American Truck Simulator, we start off the stream, it's one of those situations where we can have the viewer say, where do you want to go? Where do you want us to go? What delivery do you want us to pick up? You know, those kind of things. They can dictate that. They're the viewer. They want to see something. They're going to be able to see it. And that's what I'd like to have happen. You know, maybe a once a week ATS or ETS2 where we just hop in the rig and the people in the chat or what have you, they say, okay, I want you to go, in the case of ETS2, I want you to go to London, or I want you to go wherever, you know. Here it would be, I want you to go to Wyoming and pick up something. We could make multiple deliveries, you know. If we're a couple hour stream, I mean, you can make a couple deliveries, or you could make one long ass one. But, you know, we got to get people that are actually fired up and interested in it. You know, not the fair weather, I jump in there for 5 minutes and I'll see you later kind of thing. And they, you know, stick around and watch the whole thing. That's the whole idea of it, you know. Because, let's be honest, I mean, on a straightaway like this, I could glance over at the chat and be shooting the breeze with people. It wouldn't take much, because we can bypass it. Good. Yeah, to the left of me, that's where my webcam is now located. I changed the location because I had to raise the monitor up to accommodate Tobii eye tracker, so that's why I was like, well, it's kind of odd up there, you know. It's like they're looking down on my bald head all the time, so at least I won't be scaring them like that. So this way they can look, they get the view from the side a little bit anyway, and I can glance over and look at the camera a little easier. And, you know, if I'm live streaming, you know, OBS is right there. All the chat comes right up there. I mean, in the event we have anything like that, I've never had, I can't say never, I've had people come in before and occasionally chatted, but a lot of times it was just a bot or something. So, you know, channels that are a year or two barely old, it takes a long time to build an audience. It really does. And I'm not complaining, believe me. I'm enjoying every minute of it. It'd just be nice once in a while when if I were to do one, that we had people in it, and not after the fact. I know there are semi-successful YouTubers out there that have streams and they'll get 20, 30 people in there, which is optimum. Well, if I had 5 people, that'd be great. And they get their views, a majority of them, after the fact, after the stream is done. That's when their views come in. That's the way it is with me right now. I don't get any views, hardly. A lot of people check in, like I'm doing GTA Online. A lot of people check in, and I don't know. They're there 1 second, gone the next. That's kind of the way it is. But new channels, this is what it's all about. Anyway, but at least we got a couple hundred more miles to go, so we're on track to be kind of where we normally are for content, 45 minutes or so. We might run a longer than that, depending on how long once you get into town that you're supposed to be into, Salt Lake. Once you get into the town itself, you typically have a lot of traffic lights to deal with and such. So that might take more time than we anticipate. So anyway, we're getting there. I think once this one's done, I'm going to have to top off, and after we're done recording, I just thinking out loud, I guess. I keep talking about the view, but unless we're going to Washington or something, or Colorado, if you're going from, well, we started out in Colorado, probably where the good views were, and now we're Utah, which is desert and, stuff of that nature. But it's all good. We can go 80. Well, holy crap, we're going to push it a little bit. I don't think we can go 80. I don't think we can go any more than 65 on a World of Trucks run. So we're kind of stuck
Keep right.
at 65.
Then exit right.
That is an exit coming up, so we are going to slow it a little bit.
Exit right.
I think we're exiting to another interstate or highway. Yeah, up in the north we call them interstates, but other places call them highways. So yeah, there's that. I don't see anybody. I normally don't even bother stopping at these stupid things. It's not a stop anyway, it's a yield, but I never ran into anybody actually coming down the road when we were, so I was just, for the hell of it, we'll stop. Yeah, somebody's car crapped out. Little SUV. It's like a RAV4 or something like that. Of course, Scotty Kilmer, those things don't break down. They never break down ever. Yeah, you don't know who the hell Scotty Kilmer is. He's a YouTube automotive guy. He thinks he knows everything because he's been in the business 50 years. I know people that have been in certain businesses for a long time, and they didn't know any more in the 30 years they've been in it than they did when they started. So you can be just because you've been into something long doesn't mean you know anything more than anybody else. Just saying. Where I've been working, I've been there for years and years and years. Over 27 years I've been in this place, in that particular job. And there's stuff that I'm figuring out because everything changes. Life is not the same. What you did 20 years ago is not how you're going to do it today. So you don't know everything. And anybody that says they do is a dang fool. Just saying. But I'm getting off my soapbox. We're just going to continue trucking. It looks like there's a storm up ahead. I don't know if you can see, but straight ahead. We'll be straight ahead probably when we turn, but It kind of is. So we might encounter some rain here towards the end. It's off towards the right though, sort of.
Keep left.
We've been to Salt Lake before, but we've never been on the periphery of any of these places, so it'd be nice to check out Utah more. Of course, Utah has always been a sore spot for me because I don't know, on the highway I was riding along and smacked into a freaking pole, which I was not expecting in the middle of the highway, just saying. So I just unexpectedly hit that. And I've kind of been leery about heading back. I'm not sure where that was. I know it was in Utah, but episode's a long time ago. Probably early to maybe episode 20 or 30, but very much in that frame. Nothing more than higher than episode 30 or so where that happened. Yeah, that gas station we've been to down to the lower right, and the rest stop we've been to, because it's all in yellow. Any place that's gray is something that we have not traveled on yet. Gosh, we're going through fuel a lot more than I thought we were gonna. We got enough to get through, obviously, but I'm just looking over at it, and it's definitely got to be topped off after, for sure. But anyway, I hope you guys are having a really good day, because day, night, whenever this is, whenever you're watching it, we're having a good one here with this this little run we're doing. There's a way station up here. Looks like it's shut down anyhow, and that wouldn't be for us anyway. We're on the opposite side of the road. A lot of trains I'm seeing today. Yeah, I'm planning on getting myself a streaming card, or capture card, or whatever the heck it's called, so I can plug my PlayStation 3 in, or my Xbox in if I wanted to use that for streaming. I mean, I can stream with both of those without that, I believe, but I can't really do any of the stuff that I do up here with that. I don't have my, I can't connect the webcam and all that stuff to it. And upstairs is a better setup for it. And that would allow me, when my expanded enhanced of GTA comes out, which is a month away, a day or two or whatever, but I would like to do that playthrough again on the channel, but it would be PlayStation 5, obviously, because that's the only one it's going to be released on. Well, actually, I think the new Xbox also has it. Yeah, and I want to do whatever. I might play it down there without any commentary to see what's additional, but I don't know if I want to do that or not. I want to be like one of the earlier channels that puts that stuff out there. A lot of people are crapping all over it. They're like, yeah, it's just a milked edition, and I agree, it probably is. But I'm such a fan of that game. I'm a fan of the story, and I'd like to play it again. We just had a playthrough of it, I know. But what I'd like to do is play it again and see what additional content they put in it. So it'll probably be, that's probably what would be happening. Is I'd probably just jump right in there, plug it in up here, plug it into the computer, and we'll play through it and see what they've added, if they've added anything. Of course, there'll probably be folks that they get it midnight the day of, and they'll just put that on their channel right away. So you're going to be able to beat that anyways. All right, so we're 50 miles in, or 50 miles away. 54 to be exact, I guess, but we're almost there. We're almost out of diesel. Life is good. And we need to be in the right lane. I'm more than sure of that.
Go straight.
It's like I'm trying to get through before that light decides to change.
Keep right.
Yeah, we're going right where that truck is. Salt Lake City. Yeah, that's where we're supposed to go. Yeah, if you like this content, a like would be greatly appreciated. And also, if you like this sort of stuff, you can subscribe, hit the notification bell, all of those things. Goes a long way. Yeah, we're getting our money made. They're leveling up their game. I probably will buy another truck in the near future, and then this one will go to somebody else, and I'll get myself another rig, and we'll drive another rig, and another driver will be hired for this one. I think I've got about 5 drivers now, 5 or 6, so it kind of helps if I screw up. They kind of will supplement my stupidity. Not all of it, nothing can supplement all of it, but it'll help out. So if we want to buy new trucks, buy another garage, it's probably the next step is to buy another garage and then put the driver out to that one. But we'll probably do that before the next run, because this run's going to get us another 30K, I think. Is it 20 or 30? I can't remember exactly. But we're almost to the end anyhow, so let's get her finished up. And we'll drop this son of a gun off and
Keep right. And then exit right.
we'll get this son of a gun edited and off to the YouTube land so you guys can enjoy it.
Keep left.
This is such an odd intersection.
Get ready to turn right.
Okay.
Turn right.
I've screwed up on this one before. I know I have. 'Cause this is a strange ass intersection. Just saying. No offense, you Salt Lake City, but this is a strange ass intersection. I'm probably not the only one that feels that way. I'm sure there's been a lot of wrecks because people are confused. I know I'm confused the minute I get off that. I've been here before, let's put it that way, but more than sure that we need to be in the left lane here because we got to make a left turn. Nice. About 45 minutes, so it'll probably take us another minute or two to drop this off, unload it, all of
Keep
that.
left, and then turn left. Turn left.
Dang, that was close. I thought I don't know, my eyes were playing tricks with me, but I thought he was turning already, and I'm like, no, he's still there. I had to slam on the brakes so I wouldn't screw shit up. Yeah, we definitely delivered stuff here before. Not a bad little run. I'm pretty happy with it. Hope you guys are too. Let's get this dropped off.
Get ready to turn left. Turn left.
Dude, why are you pulling out on me like that?
Turn right.
Yeah, curved that a little bit, but not bad.
We're here. Now drop the load and go.
Guy sounds creepy. We're gonna play it safe because I don't have the patience to play Johnny Crackhead trying to back this thing up into places. Nope. That's not us. We don't fool with that stuff. Yeah, there we go. All right. We finished that one up. We're doing pretty good. Yeah, I was right, about 29, so we're up there now. Nice. Anyway, thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next one. The next one will be from Salt Lake to someplace. And I'll probably rest him first, so it's just more legit. I like to keep it legit, but a lot of times I forget. Anyway, thank you. We'll see you in the next one.